Hey everyone, welcome to the Upright Podcast, where we'll be talking about building for MiniPay at Celo Camp. My name is Matt Kenny, Program Manager at Celo Camp, and I'm joined today by my co-host Alon Shavit, co-founder of Upright. We'll also be joined today by Angelo Kalaw from the Celo Foundation and Adeagbo from BitGifty, the grand prize winners from Celo Camp Batch 8. During today's event, we'll touch on how Celo Camp Batch 9 will help founders towards building for MiniPay, learn a bit more about what it means to build for MiniPay, and hear from BitGifty founder Adedolapo share his insights about how to launch a successful Web3 project for MiniPay. Before we get started, let's rewind the clock back to 2020 when Upright and the Celo Foundation teamed together to co-create Celo Camp, a virtual program dedicated to accelerating the growth of founders who are committed to building sustainable Web3 ventures on Celo. The camp provides mentorship to both early and advanced stage projects, offering workshops led by industry experts covering key entrepreneurial milestones like conducting user research, finding product market fit, fundraising, technical development, and more. Participants also get to network, build community, and culminate their experience with a demo day where they can pitch to investors, mentors, and the Celo community. I'm now going to pass it over to Alon Shavit to tell you a bit more about how Celo Camp Batch 9 is focused on helping founders build for MiniPay. Hey, Alon, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matthew, and great to be here. The MiniPay Launchpad will focus on guiding teams to build for Opera MiniPay. The MiniPay wallet is built with Celo and integrated with the Opera MiniPay Android browser, which has 90% market share in Africa and exposure to Opera's 100 million plus users. To date, more than 2 million users have downloaded the MiniPay wallet. And speaking a little bit more about the opportunity in Africa, Africa has top peer-to-peer payments in terms of transaction volume across all regions in the world in the previous cycle. Africa is an innovation hub for fintech users, and really users in Africa want to thrive, to engage in the global economy, to travel, to learn, to earn, and to improve their day-to-day lives. And MiniPay really provides an easy way to remove a lot of the friction that is associated with building in the Web3 space and solve one of the biggest challenges for early stage startups, which is finding the right channels to reach users. Through Celo Camp, we cover all the major entrepreneurial milestones like user research, finding product market fit, user experience, building and integrating with MiniPay, and refining your pitch to make sure your project is in the perfect shape to fundraise. In addition, we bring industry experts to cover topics such as legal, on and off ramps, and tokenomics, which are specifically tailored for the African market. Past notable alumni from Africa includes Kutani Pay, Paychain, PhoneBank, HuruPay, Himoja, Dunia Payment, Yuki, CoinProfile, many other great companies. Some of them will be joining as mentors. I can also mention EcoVC, the Climate Collective, Presenti, and many other great organizations that will be partnering and mentoring in this camp. And also we are looking for founders that want to prosper together, to leverage the community aspect of camp, of working together, trying out, and being the first users of each other's projects. All right, so if you're a founder looking to build a sustainable business on Celo and want to go to market in Africa, in particular in Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, South Africa, now is the perfect time to apply for Celo Camp, so head to celocamp.com. Applications are open until May 13th. And the camp itself will run between May 27th to July 25th. And we are looking forward for your applications.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alon, for that insight. Next, I'd like to invite Angelo Kalaw from the Celo Foundation to share more information about building for MiniPay.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here. Thank you for the invitation, Alan and Matt, to this podcast. I'm Angelo Kalaw from Celo Foundation. I represent Celo. Celo is an emerging layer 2 blockchain designed for real-world use cases and low-cost payments. And we're very excited to partner with Opera in launching and scaling Opera MiniPay as a stablecoin wallet for the African continent. And as Alan mentioned, We're really excited to see how this tool, as well as like this product, can really help onboard the next billion users in Africa, uh, showcasing the power of Web3 to really, add value, to include a lot of unbanked and underbanked in the continent, as well as like fulfill and achieve our mission, no? Which is to enable conditions for prosperity for everyone. So since we launched in September, we've seen tremendous growth for the product. We have reached more than 2 million users already in 3 countries: Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana. And soon we will activate in Uganda and South Africa. So the opportunity for US builders to reach to a lot of users, to a big user base, to take advantage of Web3 is really tremendous. And so I hope like that ups the excitement to really launch something and work with Celo Camp. What we're looking for, of course, are like use cases that add value to the wallet. So think about, I don't know, brainstorming openly here, DeFi products, savings, loans, credits, entertainment protocols that are based in Web3, treasure hunt, among other stuff, and as well as like, what we will feature today, which is BitGifty, which is like everyday use cases, as well as like applications like bills payment, e-commerce, you name it. Imagining, of course, the product, the stablecoin wallet, really helping Africans do seamless as well as like simple everyday transactions, and really adding value, as Matt mentioned, also enabling everyone to travel, to earn, to learn, in Web3. So we're very excited to see the projects that will come to Celo Camp, and we're excited to integrate and see it live on Opera MiniPay.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Angelo, for your insight and perspective. MiniPay is bursting onto the scene, and we're super happy to have you here to share some more information about what founders and builders can expect for being on MiniPay. Next, I would love to introduce Adedolapo from BitGifty, who is a grand prize winner from Celo Camp Batch 8. Adedolapo, I'd love to hear you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about BitGifty.
Hi, thank you, Matt, for the introduction. Hi, Alon. Hi, Angelo. Thank you for the invitation. Hey, everyone. My name is Adedolapo Adeagbo. Actually a great marketer from Nigeria in the crypto space, and I've been there for over 7 years, since 2017, basically, during the ICO boom. Yeah, so my team and I are currently building BitGifty. It's actually a crypto gifting platform for social use. The idea for BitGifty was born out of necessity for myself and my partner. The first goal was basically to enable crypto transfer without needing long wallet addresses. And in doing so, in trying to find the solution for this, we stumbled upon the need to make crypto easy for social use and for microtransactions. Just like Celo, we believe that this is the key to mass adoption, really, especially in Africa. And our goal really is to make Africans be able to use crypto in their daily lifestyle, just like Angela said. Not just to make a profit by buying and selling crypto, but in the integral part of our daily lifestyle, just like you use your bank app or your fintech app. And to achieve this, we extended our gifting product to what we call a spend product. And this spend product is currently live on MiniPay. The spend product basically allows users to be able to pay bills directly with their crypto. So we're talking about bills like airtime, data, electricity, start times, cable TV in general. And then they can do this with crypto without needing to swap and then offer to fiat. We are going to be extending this to features like shop and basically anything you need in your daily lifestyle. So when we say crypto is the future of money, you would be actually be able to use crypto for everything instead of having to move to fiat. So that's it for me. Thank you guys once again for inviting me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that insight. I hear these like two key takeaways is like making crypto easy and also making it accessible to a wide amount of users. So could you tell us a little bit more about why you chose to build on Celo and how the Celo platform and community can help you achieve these goals?
Yeah, we chose to build on Celo. It's really easy. It was an easy choice for us. Our mission kind of aligns with that of Celo. Celo's mission is prosperity for all and to onboard the next 1 billion users. So how do we do this if we don't enable crypto for social use, basically? Crypto has to be that thing that users, especially African users, can use in their daily life. Just like I said, just like they use their bank app. And our approach to this was the social part of it, basically. We want to get crypto in the hands of everyone, every African. And Celo provided a way to make this very easy, starting from the low transaction fee, the Swift transactions, and of course the community support. We've received a huge community support from the Celo team, from everybody who is affiliated with Celo since we started with Celo. And like I said, we currently have the gifting product and then the spend product. We also have an upfront product. And so our crypto gifting product works like a traditional crypto gift cards, traditional gift cards rather. So just to paint a picture, say someone in Africa, Olumide is overseas, or even in Nigeria, but wants to send a gift, a crypto gift to someone, his brother in Nigeria, say Tunde. So before BitGifty, the way you would do this is to actually ask Tunde for his wallet address and then send him the crypto. And then this process really ruins the fun, it ruins the surprise. And so we won't call that gifting, basically. It's just basically a transaction. But with BitGifty, what Olumide needs to do is to simply create a CUSD gift card without asking for a wallet address from his brother. And then we have these gift card designs that we've integrated, for different occasions, birthdays, weddings, naming ceremonies, whatever you are. And then, you can add a thoughtful note. So Olumide sends this gift card that he has just created to Tunde's email address, and then Tunde gets the notification and that I have received a gift from my brother for my birthday. So it's basically takes us back to the physical experience of having to go to the mall and buying a gift card and or buying this gift card that we use and then adding a note in the middle and then sending. So this is what we want, the real experience, the reward experience when it comes to using crypto. And then so what does Tunde do? It comes to BitGifty and then redeem the gift cards into their CUSD wallet, and then they can off-ramp or then use the gift card, the CUSD that they have off-ramped, that they have redeemed to spend, pay for utilities and, do basically what they do in their daily lifestyle. Yeah, so we also want to reach the next 1 million, 10 million users in Africa. And then the way to do it is to, enable this for social use. I would say, BitGifty has really grown since joining Celo Camp, even way before joining Celo Camp. I wanted to mention that we, after months of bootstrapping and building, we got a break with a grant from the Celo Community Fund, which is currently presenting. And it was a big break for us because now we had funds to, do marketing and test the waters. We had our pilots then at that moment. And then shortly after that, we got accepted into Celo Camp. And yeah, it's been successful milestones since then, breaking milestone after milestone. So that's it for
Awesome. Love to hear that journey of growth. Definitely shout out to Presenti, really a testament to the Celo community and supporting builders and founders in the ecosystem. Angelo, we've seen like a huge growth and popularity of the MiniPay platform, and I think part of that has to do with that accessibility piece that Adedolapo was mentioning. Could you speak a little bit more to why MiniPay is so easy to use?
Yeah, happy to. So there are two things here that I wanted to highlight. One is like Celo as a blockchain is optimized for mobile. So like it's mobile first. And so like for builders, if you will see the documentation as well as like Adedolapo can speak to this, we've really designed it in a way for, we're thinking about the users, the end users that will really interact with the tech stack. And so when Opera decided to enter into a partnership with Celo, they also made sure that the experience is optimized for mobile. And then the second point that I wanted to highlight is like Opera as well. Their preference for design is to make the app as well as like the product, the mobile wallet really easy to use, as well as like simple. So think about the actual users of Opera, the web browser. These are like college students as well as like normal users in Africa who are not very tech savvy. And so, like, we were putting ourselves in the shoes of these users and making sure that our MiniPay as a wallet is also easy to interact, because ultimately our goal as well is like to onboard the next billion users to Web3. And so probably I'd like to highlight that as a suggestion for those that are interested to apply to the camp. There is preference, of course, for projects, products, and protocols that are easy to use, that are accessible, and are not too complicated, and can cater to a wide range of audience in the continent.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that insight, Angelo. Thinking about, how can we, cater to all the users that are going to be using Opera, and, making sure that it's easy and simple for everybody who's going to be using MiniPay. I love how you add that little piece of, founders who are, looking to build on Celo Camp, what can they do? Alon, do you have any other insights for any founders or startups who are looking to join Celo Camp, want to build on Celo, want to build on MiniPay, and not quite sure where to start, or, they want some tips or advice for how they can get accepted into Celo Camp? Anything you could add?
Yeah, so we also launched a completely free program called the Startup Pathway, which includes a track on building for MiniPay. So you guys don't have to actually wait until you join camp. All the content is free and available, so you can start building right away. And it's all narrated and with video content. So it's like very easy to get going with examples, with code examples. So I really recommend this resource to anyone that wanna dip their toes into the ecosystem before the camp itself. And so I really strongly recommend it.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely make sure to check out startup-pathway.com. It's a free educational program that has great resources for founders who are looking to build on MiniPay, build for Celo, and just Web3 founders in general. So Adel, I want to go back to you. I want to hear a little bit more about, your Celo Camp experience. How was Celo Camp for you? We loved having you there. We loved seeing you at the workshops. We heard great things from your mentors. You did a great job at the demo day. How did Celo Camp benefit you and BitGifty?
Yeah, Celo Camp was actually a game changer for us. It was awesome, actually. From the facilitators to the mentors and other builders in camp. I think it was the defining and pivotal program for BitGifty. In fact, a lot of founders in the batch, we still keep in touch. Shout out to UK, ClickSpacer, Shiga Digital, and Games and Players Network, Raphael. Yeah, so one of the most important things we got to do at the Celo Camp was pitching. We pitched and pitched, and we pitched a lot of times, and it's a very, very important skill for founders, I must say. And then we had to do it all over and over again. So, and till today, in fact, I've been invited for Celo Africa DAO to come and teach mentor startups how to pitch, and so it's a skill that I really, really appreciate taking away from Celo Camp. And also, the Prosper session was really amazing. It's good to take a break away from the hustle of trying to build a startup, especially in Africa, and then just do some yoga and try to relax. Yeah. So, but most importantly, it opened up access to having access to Opera. Without Celo Camp, I would not. But now, I would say BitGifty is still in its infant stage, and I don't think we would have had access to Opera Mini, Opera browser. We've been using Opera in Africa for the longest of times, and just having access and building on MiniPay is a really big opportunity for us that we do not take for granted. And so it's a really good, a really big program that I would recommend to everyone. In fact, personally, I have shared the link with a lot of founders in my network they have to join, because Celo is doing a really, really good thing in Africa, trying to onboard the next 1 billion. We know the crypto is the future of payment, money, and then they're trying to onboard the next 1 billion users into crypto. And then MiniPay is enhancing this by making it seamless, making it easy for users to basically do transactions with their phone numbers. So I really, really recommend. It's been amazing. It was amazing, and I would recommend this to everyone who who is building on Celo. And of course, imagine as the winner of the camp was also amazing. It has a lot of perks. We were able to leverage on that, and then get into some rooms that we would not have access to before now. So it was an amazing experience for us.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Adedolapo, for sharing your experience. I love hearing the community, building with other founders, still staying in contact with them, getting connected with, some of the DAOs in the Celo space, the Celo Africa DAO. We also have, Co-Celo, Celo Europe, the LATAM DAO. There's, a lot of communities within the Celo ecosystem. So it's so cool to see you as a camp alumni, staying involved, staying plugged in, helping others build and grow and be a part of the Celo ecosystem. So, Angelo, I want to pass it back to you. You've been around the block for a while. You've been helping out with Celo Camp, giving different talks and mentoring. I'd love to know, what do you think about founders and startups that you see come through Celo Camp and then dive into the Celo ecosystem and turn into thriving projects?
Yeah, I think the most successful that I've seen so far, and I'll speak on a general level, are those that are really focused on, one, real world use cases. And I think that's possible, or that's achievable, specifically if they decide or are obsessed about the user base that they really want to tap into. So I mean, it's great that we have BitGifty here, because at the end of the day, they are our poster child, so to speak, as well, on a successful builder that came through Celo Camp and was successful in was able to integrate with Opera MiniPay, because from MiniPay's point of view, when we're talking to the product team, we realized that there's really a lot of pain points in terms of settling or paying your bills in the continent right now, no? And this is where the product can be used. And so for builders, just thinking about what are the pain points that users experience on a daily basis, where can the wallets be used, and then designing around that, and then designing not just to replicate the current system, but really introducing something that's new, right, as well as creative. And that's the second point that I want to emphasize. I think whenever I watch the demo days of Celo Camp, I'm just impressed by the teams who really bring about the creativity, Web3 as an emerging technology can really unlock new horizons, as well as new possibilities in terms of the products and services that we can offer to users. And so new forms of work, new forms of financial savings, new forms of wealth accumulation, wealth building. These are the things, as we say, we're really open to wild ideas, specifically those that really relate to the way that we do our lives, basically nowadays. And so hoping that those things will also be present in the next camp.
Awesome. I love to hear that emphasis on real world use cases, real world assets, focusing on building for users and communities, and also innovating at the same time. Those are all hallmarks and pillars to what we preach over here at Celo Camp. And Alon, I'd love to hear from you. You've been at Celo Camp since the beginning. You've seen a lot of projects come through and grow. What are your thoughts on some of the alumni that have come through Celo Camp and what they've been doing since graduating from Celo Camp?
Yeah, so every time we hear about another alum that do a major fundraise or milestone in their deployment on chain, that gets us very, very excited. Shout out to teams like Phone Bank and HelloFi and Untangled, that I heard had a very nice fundraise lately in the real world asset sector. So it's really beautiful to see our alumni continue to grow, and also not less important, to help other founders to do this process. Launching a startup is not an easy fit, and the guidance that a founder can provide other founders is super crucial, especially at the early stages. So this is something that we also try to really focus on, connecting and bringing together those alumni members and folks that are in the current batches of Celo Camp, and have them guide each other, give feedback, and work together. And for me, the biggest excitement is seeing and alumni actually helping and bringing on more builders and people that uses their technology. Web3 is built like Lego. A lot of the pieces are working together, and this is where you can really see the network effects and how it becomes even easier to build when you have more people working and focused around the same problems.
Awesome. Yeah. Love to see, the networks and communities continue to grow with each batch of Celo Camp. And just a quick little tidbit, so far, Celo Camp alums have raised over $260 million in funds. Really just a testament to how these founders and builders are, really making an effort to grow this ecosystem and, ultimately make the world a better place. So Adedolapo, I want to go back to you. We want to talk a little bit more about building for MiniPay. You talked a bit about it before, but what was your experience like getting your project on MiniPay? And what have you noticed since going live on MiniPay?
Yeah, so so far the experience has been awesome. We've actually worked with a lot of amazing people. Angelo from Celo Foundation, Sebastian from Opera Bine, Oluwatosin from the Opera team. So the team has been really, really helpful, and it's been really amazing because I was mentioning previously that right now we have a spend product on MiniPay, which is ability to pay bills with MiniPay. So users can buy airtime, data, pay for their DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes with their CUSD balance on MiniPay. And so far, we've seen huge acceptance. Basically, we've grown, we've exceeded numbers that we thought were the height of it. So we do hundreds and hundreds of transactions on a daily basis. We are going to be so I would say that one of the things that I noticed is that we knew beforehand that crypto needs to be infused with our daily lifestyle, but it seems that a lot more people want to use it. It's not a new thing. So it was like they were waiting for it. Our users were waiting for it. So immediately we went live on MiniPay. We started seeing transactions almost immediately. Although, of course, we would say the millions of users that MiniPay has gathered over the past few months, it really helped. But it shows that users want to use crypto in their daily lifestyle. We see users who are probably Opera users, but they're not so familiar with crypto, using this product that we've launched. I have conversations. I currently handle support for MiniPay BitGifty, just to see what our users want and what they are saying. And I see them, I see users. I would know that this person is like a newbie to the crypto space, but they are using crypto. So this is like the dream, to have everybody. You don't have to be a pro crypto person. You don't have to be in crypto since 2010 to be able to use this. So it shows that everybody can use it. And we are also getting feedback on how we can also improve and what users want. So which is why we are also going to be adding a shop feature for users, where this is the e-com feature where users would be able to use their CUSD to shop. So I would say that those are some of the things that we are going to add that would also make the goal for being used in the daily lifestyle, make it a reality. So once we had the shop, and I believe that we would even get more acceptance with that. But so far it's been really, really amazing building on MiniPay, and then we keep adding new features. Interacting with the Opera team, making changes, improving on this, improving on that. But it's been support all the way, and then we see this getting to a new level of height that we previously did not envisage at all.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Those two elements of support from the ecosystem and from the team, and then also exposure to new users and growth. That's really what founders who are looking to build on MiniPay can find if they're able, to join camp, build for MiniPay, build on Celo, there's an opportunity for incredible growth. And Angelo, I want to pass it back to you. For founders or builders who are looking to build on MiniPay, is there any advice or tips that you might have for them?
I think one of the great highlights of the Celo community is like we're really closed and open. I advise everyone to reach out to founders like Adedolapo, just to ask about their experience. So great to hear his experience as well as like his story coming on board. We do have our channels as well, like Discord, and you can always like pop a question. Our community is very active. I also advise everyone to engage with the community. If you go to forum.celo.org, you see a lot of discussions, just like what the community is thinking, what are the exciting use cases that we see will come on board, as well as like updates on developments on the chain. No, like as I mentioned. So two things, for example, for people to also take a look. This year we're going to transition to become an L2 of Ethereum, and like right now there's an active discussion on like how we will execute that, as well as like the tech stack that we're choosing. And then we also have been we also are becoming the home of like stable coins, no? So like major stable coins such as like USDC and USDT has recently launched on Celo to join like the suite of other stable coins that are already taking advantage of the network, as well as like our low cost fees. And so like I invite you to take a look. I think stable coins are strong what you call this use case, as well as like application of Web3 specifically for emerging markets. And so like for ideas as well on like how to leverage on stable coins and use that to build something for MiniPay, I think that's worth taking a look at.
Yeah, it's so incredible to see like the growth and expansion and innovation that happens at Celo year after year. There's always something new that's popping up, and you love to see that the Celo ecosystem continues to grow. And then Alon, I would like to pass it back to you before we wrap up. Do you have any advice for founders in the Web3 space who are looking to launch a project of their own?
Yeah, so first of all, user research. I can't emphasize enough how much it's important, especially in this space. It is in the cutting edge of technology. Just speaking to real users. Don't wait with this stage. And also try and learn and engage with the community and learn what have been done before, what kind of other projects you can integrate with, because that will make your life so much easier. So my biggest advice would be to again speak to users, be forward-reaching, engage with the conversation. There's the Celo forum, which I think is a great resource to get to know who are the different projects and who you can integrate with. And the discussions in the forum are goes really deep into the both the technical side, the business side. So I really encourage new founders to start their journey there and to check out all the wonderful initiatives there are for founders. We mentioned quite a few of them, the regional DAOs, programs like Presenti, of course, Celo Camp, Flory Ventures, the Climate Collective, and many other great initiatives that can really help you out. You shouldn't do it alone. And so that will be my biggest tip. And also be true to your purpose. Work on a problem that you are excited about solving, and take into account that it can take time. So this is why you need to choose something that you really like working on, and stay focused, stay true to your purpose, stay focused, and again leverage the community and the support of the community. And I'm sure that you will reach your goals.
Love to hear that advice. Adedolapo, before we close out, I'm going to pass that same question back to you. Any advice for founders who are looking to build in this space?
Yeah, I would say, that's just it. You have to reach out to fellow builders. It's not easy to build alone, or even if you haven't started, you are just trying to start, you need to understand how it is going for those who are currently building. Especially we are in a space where you have different options of where to build and where to launch. And so I would, not to sugarcoat it, I would always recommend the Celo, the ecosystem, because it applies to the African market, low transactions, speedy transactions, and of course the communities. Community is a very, very important part. So, of course, do your research, and once you choose an ecosystem to go with, reach out to founders in the ecosystem. The Celo community is always ready to help. I am ready to help. I'm sure a lot of the alumni of Celo Camp are always ready to help, and the funds to take advantage of, besides the Celo Camp, where it is present, the Celo Africa DAO, and a lot more. So just use the available resources, so you don't have to do any unnecessary work. There are a lot of resources that you can use, and a lot of communities, a lot of people you can speak to. So just reach out, and then it's going to be easier going forward.
Awesome. Love to hear that, that big emphasis on community and building together is so important for us over here at Celo Camp and within the Celo ecosystem. Special thank you to Angelo Kalaw and Adeagbo for joining us today and sharing their insights about Celo Camp, building on Celo, building for MiniPay, what BitGifty is up to. We loved having this conversation, hearing more from you all. I feel like we really learned a lot from the conversation. And also, if you're a founder interested in building for MiniPay and you want to access mentorship, fundraising opportunities, workshops from industry leaders, and a strong community, then we strongly encourage you to apply for Celo Camp Batch 9, the MiniPay Launchpad. Applications close by May 13th, so go ahead and visit us at celocamp.com or reach out to us at info@upright to learn more and get those applications in. Have a great day, everybody. Matt over here from Celo Camp saying, have a good one. Bye, everyone.